Hey guys, today I want to teach you 3 strength exercises for your lower body, aka legs, that will allow you to build the foundations for more advanced exercises later on, like the Cossack squat, shrimp squat, dragon squat, and many more. All of the exercises in this video will be beginner friendly with some interesting progressions you can advance to when you're ready. So without any further ado, let's get started. If you look at the lower body, you can divide most strength exercises into 2 groups: weighted drills and bodyweight drills. Today we'll be focusing on the second group of exercises, the bodyweight ones. There are 3 things that usually differ between these 2 types of exercises. One is that bodyweight exercises focus a lot more on skill acquisition, meaning one of the challenges of the exercise is learning how to do it, even if you've done it many times before. 2 is that they have an added balance element, and 3 is that they usually also develop bigger ranges of motion the more you progress in them. All of that isn't to say that there is no place for weights to be introduced into these exercises to make them more challenging, because you can definitely do it, but it will usually come at a much later stage. I believe in prioritizing movement progression by this order. First we build stability and coordination, then we build strength, and then develop a bigger range of motion and start again. We'll introduce weights only when we're happy with the range of motion where we have stability, control, and strength in. Now, if we look at lower body bodyweight exercises, we can break them down in 2 ways. One is by single and double leg exercises, and the second way is by anterior and posterior chains, meaning which muscle groups we focus on, the front muscles like the quads or the back muscles like the glutes and hamstrings. Today we'll work on single leg strength, double leg strength, and posterior chain strength. The first exercise is the pistol squat. I know it can be scary to tackle it as a beginner since it can be an advanced exercise, but it has plenty of variations for beginners. So if you're able to do around 20 squats for 5 sets, you should be fine with the exercises in this video. So the way we want to approach the pistol squat is by using a target to go down to, touch it with our butt, and then go up. The lower the target is, the harder the variation will be. So if you're a complete beginner, you can use a high target and barely go down. It's completely fine, and over time you'll develop the strength needed to go down lower and lower. One important thing to pay attention to though is that you never want to rest or transfer weight to your target. You never want to sit on it, since we want to develop control and have true strength that doesn't rely on momentum. So what you want to do is to barely touch your target and then go up immediately. Do 3 to 5 sets of 10 reps until you're able to do full pistol squats. Then you can transition to 5 reps per set. The second drill is the Sissy Squat. Again, like in the pistol squat exercise, this exercise too can be intimidating to tackle, since you probably saw people do the hardest variations of it, which are super challenging. But like in the pistol squat exercise, this one too has plenty of variations you can play with no matter what level you are. The way you want to tackle this drill as a beginner is to face a wall and take a small step back. Then you want to touch the wall with your knees without transferring weight to the wall, and then go up. Make sure to have a straight line from your chest to your knees. Don't bend your back at all. We want all of the movement to happen in your knees and not in other joints. Also, don't crash on the wall. You want to have full control in every movement you work on. Once you feel comfortable enough with your current variation, you can start taking tiny steps backwards to make the exercise more challenging. This drill will really challenge your balance and coordination systems. One thing that can really help you out is to imagine your waistline always staying above your ankles as you go down. That's it. Do 3 to 5 sets of 10 clean repetitions, and once you go low enough, you can transition to doing 5 reps per set. The last exercise is the dynamic Harop curl. Besides it being a posterior chain exercise, like we discussed at the beginning of this video, it also differs from the last 2 exercises because you need some equipment to be able to do it. Basically, you need something to stabilize your feet. It can be a Swedish ladder out in an outdoor gym, a barbell inside a normal gym with a cage, or it can be a person holding you. Whatever your solution is, this exercise isn't as accessible as the other exercises, but it's definitely worth the effort. Okay, so what is the dynamic Harop curl? Basically, it's an easier variation of the Harop curl, which itself is an easier variation of the Nordic curl. The Nordic curl is this exercise where we want to eventually touch the floor with our chest while having PPT. The Harop curl is exactly the same, only that we don't keep the PPT and we can flex our hips so we have less load on our hamstrings. And the dynamic Harop curl is an excellent beginner's exercise to develop our strength to get to the normal Harop curl. So how do we start the dynamic Harop curl? That's a great question. We basically want to break down the movements in this exercise to two joints, the knees and the hips. We want to start the exercise by not moving from the knees at all, but simply going down as low as we can from our hips only. If you can touch the floor with your nose or your head, that's great. If not, simply go as low as you can go up from and build it up over time. After you're able to touch the floor with your head for 3 sets of 10 repetitions, move on to the next variation. What you want to do now is to slightly move from your knees and only then to start going down from your hips while keeping your knees at the same position the whole time. If you find yourself moving from the knees when you go up or when you go down, this variation is too advanced for you, or you simply lack the awareness and control there, so work on that. That's it. With time, you'll be able to lean a bit more forward and develop that strength until you'll be able to transition to the normal Harop curl, where you don't move from your hips at all, but just bend forward and stay static with your hips. In terms of sets and repetitions, you want to do 3 to 5 sets of 10 clean repetitions with 0 cheating. And once you can transition to the normal Harop curl, you can start doing 5 reps per set. That's it. These are all the exercises you want to work on as a beginner. They will help you develop the balance, coordination, mobility, and strength you need to develop a solid foundation. Hope this was helpful in some way to you. If it was, I'd really appreciate it if you could like this video. It would really help me grow this channel, and you're also welcome to subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading many more videos like this one soon, focusing a lot on beginner-friendly exercises to help you get started in the movement world. If there's anything else you'd like me to focus on and teach you, let me know then in the comments. Till next time, peace.